Yep, we're here. Dallas. We got Sallad back on Hippies Under Construction because I like interviewing people. I hate talking to myself. And the last time you talked to me, it was Christmas, so we're going to throw the tree goodbye, and we are going to welcome in basketball season with full arms.
Did you just throw the Christmas tree?
So back, and we are back with basketball season. As you can see, I got rid of the Lions stuff too because the Lions took a big fat L. A big L on Saturday. It was a poor showing.
Commanders.
Yeah, what did you think about the Lions game, down?
Well, to be honest, I think I watched half of the game in the back of my eyelids because I kept falling asleep on the couch. If that tells you how interested I was into the game.
Yeah, we did go snowboarding during the day.
Yeah,
which Dallas and I went snowboarding for the first time ever together, and I'm really proud of him. He did so good. I watched him eat so much ass, because he didn't eat that much shit. He just fell on his ass a lot.
Yeah, my tailbone's a little sore.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, dude, it's definitely bruised. And I did the research. You can't do nothing for it. Like you said, you just got to kind of wait it out.
You got to go with the wave, huh?
They said icing helps a little bit, so I just been doing that. But, dude, it's gnarly sitting up and bend, dude. Yeah, it's a great time.
So great. So great. Dallas took his honorable mention day to come hang out with me on this great MLK Day. Today's Martin Luther King Day, which a lot of people are starting to have off with it, which is awesome because MLK was such a great guy and is great for history. He did a lot for our country in the civil rights movement, and I'm happy. So shout out MLK today. But
dude, didn't they rename road downtown Luther King?
Here, maybe.
Dude, it was definitely like, I don't know what the street was called before, but they definitely changed it to like Martin Luther King. So I was, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was in honor of him. So
okay,
it's literally I don't know if it's the exit before the intersection one, but
okay,
maybe it's two before it. But
I can see that.
It's literally one of the ones right before you're getting into town.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Good work, Grand Rapids. Shout out Grand Rapids for showing up,
doing their diligence.
Yeah, and then also, if anybody wants to take me to Dead & Company's Fear, they just released their tickets. I have my playing cards here in Dallas, if you want to grab the sign right there. Yeah, and wave it in the camera for us. So,
Sphere this way, and then it's got the dead on the
yeah. We bought that from somebody holding it up in the air. Yeah, we're like, dude, we need those.
It's kind of ironic. It's a good pitch because it literally says sphere this way. So it's not only inviting, but it's literally in the shape of a sphere.
Yeah, they just had people going like this and waving them. I didn't think about that.
Double dose.
I didn't, yeah.
Sphere this way in the shape of a sphere. Tell me a good sales pitch without telling me a good sales pitch, but good gravy. They got it different in Vegas, huh?
Yeah, I think
never been.
Well,
I want to. I'm actually maybe going to go to Vegas.
Well, let's go in April or May.
This year?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
I'm gonna be going in the fall.
In the fall?
Yeah.
Dead & Company is not there in the fall.
I don't know what to tell you on that one. Yeah. You'll have to go 2 times.
2 times.
Come on, Dink.
So how has it been having a new roommate in the place?
You know, I like living by myself, so
I'll give a little backstory. You don't have to give it all. Maybe some people are in the same boat as you.
Long story short, is just, you know, a friend needed help because they didn't have anywhere to go, so me being me, you know, getting closer to God and whatever, I just felt like guided to be that opening door, you know, just to like help them out. But man, it just sometimes like you have to repeat yourself over and over and try not to get frustrated, you know, or like, you know, I don't know. It's just little things. Like, I have a favorite drinking cup. And he, all jokes aside, he uses it all the time. So every time I want to use my little cup, it's dirty or it's gone in his room. So I always gotta track it down. I told him that we just need to get him one like it, so that way he can have his own favorite cup. Because if it's my favorite cup, it can't be his favorite cup. That just doesn't make sense,
Right.
So I mean,
And why is it your favorite cup?
it was a gift from Alan from his wedding when I was one of his groomsmen. So it's literally like a custom little drinking cup, and it's got like I think it's a 5.56 round rifle round, embroidered like in the side of the glass.
I was like, dang, I didn't know sizes of cups like that.
No, it's the size of the bullet. Gah. But yeah, so nonetheless, yeah, it's just little things here and there, having them there. I mean, I don't know. I try to be patient as much as I honestly can, basically. And I try to help him out because I just don't think he has like I don't know the same like he wasn't raised how I was and stuff.
Dude, yesterday he actually cooked like meal prepped and cooked, dude. Like, and he said even I've been trying to do this for 2 years now. So think like I don't know, like it's just like something. I was like, dang, like that is something positive because he sees you do it every week. It was like initiative.
Yeah, he told me that I mean, it's not something that I like think about all the time, but he definitely told me how like I inspire him and that ever since he's been living with me that he actually has started gaining weight like he's been wanting to. And and like I don't know, he always asks me questions like you heard him, he was asking me how to meal prep it and like how to make it. So I was just like I'll show you so you know how to do it. Monkey see, monkey do. That's how I see. I'm a visual learner. He says that I inspire him and that he's been wanting to do meal preps, and he's like, says that he's thankful for me for it. I'm very humble about it, so it just goes over my head, but he definitely has said it a few times.
How do you feel like the impact has made you look at things differently? Like, what are the few like things you learned about yourself with having another roommate?
Patience, even more than before, or like controlling your emotions even more, like being in tune with them. Like not something that obviously upsets you. Don't, let that get to you so much to where you can't control it type thing, just like kind of breathe and like think on like why it's happening, different perspective, that way you can approach it in the best way possible. I always tell him like if I bring something up, or like I ask him to do something, I say it because I don't want him to go without not knowing, and then me get upset, and he didn't know any better. But I do it in like the nicest way possible. Hopefully he gets his act together, and I can have my apartment back to myself soon. So, oh, that's a little loud. Sorry, people. Got a little excited for a second.
We're still learning how to use.
Talking about living by myself.
Yeah, we're still learning how to use our mics. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because I know it's something that we all deal with is with roommates and stuff. Yeah, I know I was a shitty roommate at one point. Sorry, roommates. You know who you are. But I also had the shittiest roommates ever too.
Well, it's like I don't mind in a sense, but it's just also like it's come to the fact where like it's just the way I live. I always like my place clean all the time. Like when I dirty a dish, I immediately rinse that thing out, clean it, and then I put it in the dishwasher. Out of sight, out of mind, done. So when I gotta clean it, just turn that thing on, put the wash, whatever dicky doodah pod thingies in there, and good to go. Vacuum every Sunday, like just simple shit like that. And when you have two people in the same house and the other one doesn't do the same living style, that I do, it just doesn't, it doesn't combine well. It fucking, it butts heads. So, nonetheless, I just always patient, but yeah, I definitely
you gotta find the yin to the yang.
You just gotta find people that can work with you and like do exactly that. Pretty much. I'm biased.
Roommates are just a relationship nowadays, dude. They're kind of they're like this uncalled for relationship that you have to have with someone.
Yeah, there's something, dude, for sure.
You like my King James Space Jam toy? LeBron James.
What are you supposed to do?
I don't really know. I had it sitting on the bookshelf near the book I wanted to read next. Which, talking about books, I just want to sound off on the recent book that I just read. Is called Fourth Wing.
Is that the book you got this morning?
No, I got Iron Flame. So
yeah,
funny.
After you said you got the book, I looked back at my notifications and it literally told me on my Audible, "Thanks for your purchase of this blah blah blah," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know I purchased anything." I know who did. Biski did. Fucking snow plowing.
Yeah, I used Dallas's Audible, and I just read Fourth Winds by Rebecca something. I can't remember her name, or listened to it because listening is the way to go right now for me because I don't have time to read. But yeah, then I bought Iron Flame, which is book number 2. But man, book number 1 is kind of like Twilight love story, Harry Potter magic, and Hunger Games like battling, I would say, and put all 3 of those together and you got 4 wins. It's written phenomenally. You get such a good backstory. After reading book number 1, you will be buying book number 2, even if it means you're on the road snow shoveling at 5:30 in the morning and you can't even tell Dallas in time because you just need to figure out what happened. Because it's just a cliffhanger. It's a book that I got in book club, and I love book club. I think everyone should be part of some club.
Book club.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Dallas to start reading Four Winds. It's it's great. 18 plus. It's more of an adult book.
I can do the Audible, but dude, yeah, trying to read.
Audible is good, but like reading is really good for you because it's how you learn words. It's how you learn words.
Oh, I know. Well, that's the thing too. Is like I don't mind reading, but every time I do read, dude, I fall asleep within the first like 5 pages. My brain, I get so tired.
So now you gotta go to sleep. Now you gotta change your setting though.
Oh, when I'm reading?
Yeah.
So I gotta have like a lamp on.
A lamp or like reading. I started reading in my car. Glass. Yeah, it's like how like bright it is when you're reading. You should only try to read 10 pages. I like reading outside. You gotta find an interesting book too, like that fits you. Cause and like that's the hard part is finding something that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that would make sense. You gotta find something that intrigues your brain enough to where you can indulge into it and not get like bored.
Yeah, but if you ever want a book idea recommendation, I got a few. But yeah, great book going on. And then I also today want to talk a little about some stories about Dallas and I. We're going to do some story time. We're going.
Story time.
Yeah, Dallas is going to share one of his favorite stories with me.
With you.
And I'm going to share one of my favorite stories that I've spent with Dallas. And we're just going to tell them. And you guys can get to know me a little bit better, the Biski of Hippies Under Construction, and learn who Shameless Sallad is. Because we all love a good salad.
Yum.
Yum. Eat your greens, people.
Yeah. Greens are important.
Eat healthy. It's a really good thing going on right now that I can hear you texting. Oh, you're playing.
I'm playing with the... I messed with it earlier, and then now ADHD is trying to me.
Yeah, he's trying to do. Well, if you need something to mess with, there's a toy right there. You see this toy? Right behind the peak, right by those glasses, right on my desk. Look, it's blue. Yep. So this is a toy that
this is old school, dude. This is like bracelet type.
Yeah, but we as adults probably should have had, well, as high schoolers should have probably used these a little bit more. I think it helps people. Excuse me a moment, I gotta burp really badly. Excuse me. Dang, I'm going to cut that out. So that was. And welcome back to Hippies Under Construction. We took a little break. My phone pad that we get our voices from that connect to the microphones died. We took a little NCAA football break, 2014 edition. We had Denard Robinson on the cover that year. Shout out Denard. That game is such a fun game. I played it for like the past 10 years, and I showed Dallas a cheat code in it, and we're going to keep it secret. Yeah. If you know the passing route. But I made Dallas, so I kind of made him by NCAA football college 24.
He was over at the crib, and he wanted to play a game because we were just chilling there doing nothing really. And I was like, well, I don't really have any two-player games because I don't really game anymore. I just watch TV. And well, do you have any of the new NCAAs or Maddens? And I was like, no. So he was like, well, check them out. Went out on the store, and then I seen that it was, I think it was like 50 or 55% off of what it was. So it was only like $35 or something, or 30 something. So nonetheless, yeah, I was like, well, I guess I'll get that. And yeah, now I have my own dynasty. I got my own team that I picked. But dude, the new NCAA is freaking insane. So much detail.
You like the 10 years? So they quit. That was the last one they ever made, was 2014.
Really?
Into this year because of the NIL deal. So players get played for their image.
Yeah.
And now they can have players' names in them because they quit because they were like making these players just like them on NCAA football 14, and then they weren't getting paid or any credit. Yeah. Like the year, I can't remember who was really fast one year. Oregon were really fast on here. They used to make Mariota one of the fastest quarterbacks on the game. It was great. Denard Robinson, 2013, was crazy fast. You couldn't stop Michigan that year if you knew how to play with that team, you know?
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, no, after playing this one too, and the graphics, yeah, it's nuts. The new NCAA's graphics are freaking insane, dude. Like the whole movement and their celebrations, bro. Oh my gosh, there's a whole list and some of them. That's insane.
It's a fun one.
Oregon's my dynasty team.
Yeah, Oregon's a good one.
I just like all their jerseys. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I told Dallas a fun fact about Oregon, about Nike store being right across the street from the college.
Yep, yeah, their little team logo when they walk out of locker rooms is literally "Just do it," and it's above their walkout.
It's a good, you know,
simple, yeah,
simple.
But I didn't know that the Nike store was right across the way. But I mean, it makes sense. That's why they got so many jerseys, combination jerseys.
Yeah,
it's insane. But yeah, no,
that and sweatshops, you know, making flip-flops and Nike swoosh. What was I going? We were going to talk about. You know, today has been a crazy day. My grandpa is in the hospital, and it makes me want to just remind everyone of checking on their grandma and grandpas because they love. You know, sometimes they get lonely just sitting around. So hit up your grandma and grandpa. Dallas can agree with me. You know.
You always got to say hi to grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. So
grandparents are the sweetest things. Old people can be sweet, but they can be mean.
Yeah, they've seen it all. They don't put up with no one's bullshit no more. They grew up differently than us, like, you know.
The Great Depression.
Yeah. I don't know if they're that old. Maybe. But the Great Depression was, we're going almost 100 years ago the Great Depression was. It was like 1932, 1930. Because we went to Pearl Harbor, I think, in 33. I can't really remember. I really need to step up my history.
Don't ask me, man.
I haven't sat in history class yet.
I haven't done history since high school.
It's really good to know.
I learn it as I go.
Are they lying to you? That's the real question. Do you think they're going to change how history is written? That is kind of something that the book I just read talks about. Is anyone ever notice if they rewrote history?
Yeah.
Like, would they though? Like, we start teaching people, but all of our minds somehow think we, you know, think that it happened one way, but it actually happened another way. Because no one's around to tell the story, and the only documents we have are rewritten documents.
Well, it's almost like the same concept. Like you only know what the hand feeds you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't even have an option because like you can't fucking go back in time. Like the only people that really know is the people that were back then. So there's always going to be what ifs.
Right, but history always does repeat itself. That's not a what if. History loves to repeat itself. But so me and Dallas play little video games, and so we decided to think about some stories that we share together. And one of the stories that really defines
story time, Biski and Sallad.
Dun, 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 dun. And then there was this story that kind of set, established that Sal's our relationship. We all took a trip down to Illinois, to Indianapolis, Illinois, to go see the dog. My odd son, Dallas. I know the stories I'm talking about.
Yeah. It was a wild night.
It was a wild night, a trip and a half. Young, dumb, and definitely broke, and for sure broke. But we made the most of this trip, and so we start the trip off. We all ride in the same car together.
I drove.
I
drove there and back.
Yeah, someone else's car too, not even his.
No.
What?
We drove. How long of a drive was it to get there?
Five
6 hours?
Yeah, but it was our first big road trip. Like, so 6 hours was 6.
Well, we drove 6 hours, then we partied hardy.
Yeah.
All night.
Because we stayed one night.
Got an
hour
of sleep?
Yeah, so I'm going to show the video. Don't cut the whole story out.
Dude, that was a long 24 hours.
Yeah, so we all ride together. I realized that I forgot shoes because I'm in boots, so we had to go to the store, and then I didn't have any money, so my mom had to send me money. It was crazy because
I got socks.
You got socks at Kohl's? Yeah, I got shoes. Dallas needed socks. Like this whole trip, we all needed something. And then other people went to another store. It was mayhem. The girls had a room, the boys had a room.
Dude, getting partied. We were partying. Getting ready for the show was a like mini party in itself. Like it was so surreal. Like it was some shit you see out of a movie. Like
what, in the hotel room?
Apart, motel room. You walk from one to the other next door on a balcony type of thing. And yeah, we're just getting crazy lit in ours, and you just walk out of the door maybe like 10 yards to the left, like 10 feet down the way to the left, and then the girls' room's open, and like we were just freely walking in and out of each other's like motel rooms, just getting lit. Like I remember walking in the autos, and they're all taking shots and jumping on the beds. Like a bunch of like high schoolers.
We were kids.
I was like, what the fuck? Dallas, get in here, do a show. Say less.
And so then we went to Matson. Me and Brody got to meet Matson. It was very surreal.
Yeah, can I see your phone pictures? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, and I'm just gonna hang out in the back hang out. So yeah, I remember that because I remember getting on my phone the next morning. And I was like, I didn't take these pictures. And I was like, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we met some random people in the crowd because we didn't realize, we're used to that concerts ending at 2 a.m. The concert ended at 9:30 or something, like 10 o'clock. It started at like 6:30, ended at like 9:30, 10, and we're all like,
we were trashed for being at 9:30 and 10. I have a video on my phone somewhere, and I'm looking, like I'm taking a video of the stage of the performance, and then I see a human being climbing up the side of the wall, like one of those like metal post things that holds the lights for the show. I look over, and it was Autumn, our friend. It's literally she is literally climbing, scaling up this fucking tower, and I zoom in, and she's like fucking like fucking throws up the rock symbol. She's like, fuck yeah. Dude, it was the most. I was like, what the? Is this really happening? This is my life right now, huh? We're just all messed up in a different state that we've never like been into like this. And then like my friend's scaling some random shit at a concert. The performer just chugging a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, Monson chugged the bubbles.
That was when he was really into alcohol.
That's when he did the bubbles. That was insane. I've never seen someone chug a Jack Daniels.
Dude, that was a lot of booze.
It was like he finished the whole thing. He puked on it, I think, that night too. He like walked off.
He did too.
He walked off.
Puke and rally.
But then yeah, we ended up meeting. I'm friends with them on Instagram. So I'm John. That couple.
Yeah, that invited us back to their house.
The house party. And
the whole trip from the venue to the house was a whole adventure in itself.
Because we needed 2 Ubers. And then like one, yeah, it was an eventful.
Small Asians.
Yeah.
Our Uber driver was a small Asian. Typical
with the big truck.
Yeah, the short. He was about 5'5", fucking 180 solid, dude. Like this little shit brick house. And then he drove like the most biggest lifted.
It was
like
huge.
4x4 truck. It was This night just kept feeling like more and more of a movie as it kept going on. Like we get out of the show with all that shit going on, and then this little buff Asian pulls up in a huge truck, like, get in, and I'm like, oh shit, like what, dude? He did a burnout and everything.
Yeah.
When he dropped us off at the house party, yeah, dude, he was wild, bro. He was taking us on a ride, and we're all sauced in his truck. I'm trying to pick a song on the iPad, like, and everything. All the words are dancing.
And this was like 6 years ago. It was like 2017, 2018 too. So it was like early on in the partying career. But yeah, then we get to the house and we start partying, playing beer pong and everything. And then I'm going to show you guys this video.
Is it the video? I think it is. There's only one famous video from that night, and it was me dancing. Is that it? Biski? You're not answering. Advised. I was a little sauce, had some drinks, and decided I was going to do a little dance. So, are you really going to show it?
Uh-huh.
No.
Sorry, you're on.
Are you able to even see it? Are you kidding me? Whoever's watching this can definitely see that I've got moves like Mick Jagger.
I'm shaking so bad.
Why are you shaking, Biski? You got Parkinson's? Early stages?
Probably.
Did they see it? Oh.
Yeah. There's one more video.
What, about brushing our teeth?
Brushing our teeth.
At 4 in the morning? 3? Dude, we looked like we just woke up and we were ready to get the day started. We're just going to bed. And
I'll show these videos. On the page, on my Instagram page.
Oh boy!
Beer.
Dang, bitch, he's just knocking everything down, huh?
But yeah, that's my story. I know I'm knocking down the Country Bears. Maybe he wants me to
fucking disrespect the name like that.
I know, like this is a great movie when Disney put this on Disney Plus because it really made me happy as a kid to watch it, and it was one of my favorite movies. And honestly, I think it's one of the reasons I am a deadhead today because of my Bear's courage to just run away and go search for what his purpose was. And he found his purpose by getting the band back together. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen Country Bears and you want to laugh, go check it out. It's on Disney Plus. So it's on a TV near you. So you got any stories you want to share with us? That's my story. It's a fun little story about the first time I started becoming a hippie. But we didn't talk. We didn't leave out the best part about us being scared because we were in Indianapolis and we saw this. We thought we get home at like 4:30 in the morning from the party. and I see a patrol car in the corner.
Biski sees a cop. Okay, listen. We were smoking weed, the marijuanas. All right, and we had some, like a couple nugs left like on us for like the ride home, right? And Biski sees this cop out in the parking lot, and he's like, "Dude, they're onto us." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?" And he's like, "Dude, we gotta get rid of the weed. Like, we gotta flush it. Like, the cops know we have it. That's why they're sitting across the street." And I'm like, all right, what? Like, in my head, I don't even know what to think. I'm like, is that true, or is this just a bad area, and like that's why the cop's sitting there? And so then it goes back and forth for a good couple minutes, and then Bissy's like, "Come on, guys, just trust me. We gotta flush it." So what happens? We flush it. Had to have been like at the time it was a lot to us, but it was like maybe 2.5, 3 grams. All right, and it was some pretty good frosty.
It was good weed.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty great. It was top notch. Well, thank the Lord, Brody didn't. He saved his and didn't tell any of us, so we still had some for the ride home. But yeah, Bisky sort of tripped out and was like, "We go flush the shit." So here we went flushing an eighth of weed in the toilet.
It spooked me because like
dude, our buddy Tato comes walking out of right field. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Bisky's tripping out, taking a costume," and he's like, "No, he's just watching because this is a bad area." And we literally all just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he knows the area better than we do, so we all look at Bisky and he's like, "Oh, who's that one?" Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's how that night didn't even the night. Would you even say the night ended? We took an hour,
yeah,
and then got up, got coffee, and drove home.
Yeah,
it fucking paused. It went on pause for an hour.
It'd be like that though.
Yep. But I got a story. Well, I don't know. There's a few little stories. Like one that I distinctively remember is going to Lost Lands for the first time, and like driving down there and seeing all the big windmills in the fields and whatnot. And we get to this festival, and little Bisky over here decides to get all uppity and like, "Yeah, come on, guys!" And he's fucking jumping in front of the vehicle and like running and being oblivious. Dude, you were already drunk, and we were good. Boy was drinking in line while we were waiting to get like scanned in and our vehicles checked to go in.
5.5 hour line. Let's put that in the picture. It was a 5. It wasn't like we were in line. It was 5.5 hours.
It was a pretty long time. But nonetheless, we get in this festival and Bisky's like running and dicking around in front of the truck or the car. And what does he do? Does a hop, skip, and into a fucking rolls his ankle right on the ground in front of us and just drops. We're like, what the fuck? You get out, dude. And he's like, "Oh, boy." I'm like, "Oh no, Missy. Like, what did you do?" Like, so yeah, that's how the whole weekend starts. He rolls his ankle pretty bad. So now here we got drunk Bisky with a rolled ankle trying to like do stuff, and he's just getting frustrated because he rolled his ankle. And we still have like what, 6 days?
Yeah, and we were so far. We got put in the back.
Yeah, we were literally probably 2 miles from the entrance of this festival. This is where our campsite was.
Was that the year that we ran out of gas? We locked the keys. That the year after.
When we ran out of what? Gas?
Gas. I locked the keys in the car, and when the battery died. Oh, 3 times. That might have been
maybe.
It might have been the next loss.
I know the second year we
had
Zach's truck.
Okay.
We were standing in the back of the shower.
The second year was Zach's truck and the car. And
that's when we met Smokey J.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, shout out Smokey J.
Smokey J.
That dude got me out to Colorado. Appreciate him. Hope Minnesota's treating you well. Miss you, dog.
Dude, yeah. Smokey J, miss you, Jordan. Miss you, buddy. Dude, probably the him at Lost Lands is a hoot too. All right, everybody, just close your eyes and try to picture this human being with me. All right, he had to have been about 5. Scruffy chicken beard looking guy, you know, like the Three Musketeers type mustache, and he was rocking some like pirate pants with a vest and a old school pirate hat.
He is a pirate, dude. A straight pirate.
He called himself Smokey J the Pirate, all right? that helps. So yeah, imagine this guy, and the way we meet him, it's 3 a.m, and a huge shit storm is like blowing through, like super high winds, rainy, like it's so windy. I think there was like 4 or 5 of us holding the canopy down so it didn't blow away. Well, while we're holding our canopy down, the neighbors takes flight, lifts up, and then like slam dunks onto the neighbor's tent. And that's when Smokey J, like half asleep, comes crawling out of his tent, and he looks over at the tent that his neighbor's tent that got crushed by the fucking whatever pop up canopy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, you guys good over there?" Like, what the? And then all of a sudden, just like no answer, and he's like, "Right on." I was like, "What the shit?" He looks over at us, and he's like, "Man, you guys see that?" We're like, "Yeah." Then it just like, "Man, you smoke?" So then yeah, he got out, and we just like started doing dabs and smoking a joint. And for the rest of that weekend, bro, I just kept running into him. Like I remember the next day when we were jamming out to, I think it was like Zed's Dead, and I look over and I see Smokey J just bouncing his head up and down with his pirate hat on through the crowd with his long hair and his musketeer mustache rocking. And he looks right at me, and I look right at him, and we both pointing at each other. And I was like, "Smokey!" And he comes over, and that's when he snuck his dab pen in. He's just packing dabs, and he's like, "You smoke, like the pen?" I was like, "Yeah, I had the pen." So then he fucking packs a big bucker in there and hands it to me, and I just remember ripping it. And that's when I went and got food with him. And we came back and ran into you guys. Yeah, dude, I ended up seeing him so much throughout that whole weekend. It was crazy. I tried running into him at Forest when I was working security.
There this year?
I don't know. I think he said he was, but I couldn't find him.
Yeah. It's a hard place to find people, dude.
Yes, it is.
But easy, too. Forest works in magical ways, dude. It's weird how it works.
I know, yeah. You find your friends when you're not trying, but when you are trying, you can't find shit.
Sometimes I get summoned, you're like, I wonder where they are. And it's like,
I remember running into you my one night off at security. I literally ran, and you're like, "Hey, Dad." Hey. That was like when you were with Henderson. You guys were just walking right past me and Travis and them. And I was like, "Oh, shit."
I like to do that a lot.
Yeah, you guys were on the move, dude. Like, everything around you was just going right over your head.
Yeah, no, because that, dude, like Forest this year, we were traveling with like a pack of 30.
I was by myself.
You should have came and joined the herd, dude. The herd was hard to move. Because like we would try to herd, like we'd all wait, and then like halfway through the forest, you're like, all right, it's down to 3 out of 20 of us.
Bro, I'd have been like, "Fuck this. Anybody that's coming with me, come with. If not, I'll see you on the other side."
Everyone's like, gone. I want to wait for my friends, and then you're like, oh, they know this.
I know, yeah. I'm just glad I know where everything's at there. So if anybody was to ever tell me where they're at, I can at least go in that area, you know?
Yeah, Verizon really put that cell phone tower at Forest, which really helps. Shout out Verizon for putting a cell phone tower in the middle of Electric Forest. And dude, they found the kid that went missing in Forest in 2018.
Graves.
Yeah, Kevin Graves.
Let's do a little moment of silence for Graves.
Yeah, glad he was found. And
that's crazy. He went missing the first year we went.
That was the second. Yeah. Did we go in 2018? No, we didn't.
I thought.
No, 2018.
Because we went 2 years in a row. Yeah, because we went Lost Lands, then Forest, then we did Lost Lands again, and then we did Forest. Like, back to back. Yeah. And those are the only 2 times that we went. And then we went to Forest for a third time. And that was in like 2022.
No, how many times have you been to Forest?
3?
Yeah, so we went 2019, 2021. I think I went to Ever After, and that's where I met T. In 2018. So Carly and I chose Ever After over Forest, which I don't know why I ever did that, but I met Travis, so like,
yeah, that's a good person to meet.
Yeah, because I was at Ever After when your mom passed away.
Yeah, that's right. It was a minute ago.
Because I had to call you on Canada number.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Crazy.
But it doesn't feel that long, does it?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
It doesn't. But dude, yeah, there's so many stories, dude. I could go for on and on and on and on and on. I'm trying to think of a funny one. I mean, they're all pretty funny.
Yeah,
I just seen a throwback video of me and Brody in my dad's garage in the neighborhood over here, and some rock songs playing, and we're all like headbanging and chugging a beer in my garage. I think we're about to go to GVSU to party or something, which we did a few times. Those are wild. Going to a football game, tailgating. That was it. That was the plan, is to get there and have some drinks and walk around. Didn't have any plan for after. So when we got drunk, we just didn't know what we were gonna do after it.
And we always found a sober driver home, right, Dal?
Yep.
Yeah. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good advice. Good advice. The people need to hear that.
God.
Stay sober or get pulled over. Is that what they say?
That's what I've heard. No, they don't want you to be sober, dude. They just don't want you.
They don't want you to be sober. They want you to be cocked.
Yeah. Cocked for the cops.
No, I doubt that.
No. But, like, there's, like, a stat that, you know, like, over, like, 70% of the drivers after 10 p.m. on the road have had an alcohol beverage. It's a bobblehead from Tampa Bay Rays.
Zimbear.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is that? Is his head broke?
I don't know. You don't just sit with your head like this. Hat turns.
I don't, dude. If I sat like this,
I sit like this a lot.
my neck would hurt, or it'd get tight.
And people just listening, we're tilting our head to the left like an idiot. But I think we're around the time, man.
Story time's done.
Yeah. Thanks, Sallad, for being on the show again.
It's a nice little fun episode.
Yeah. We're going to test it out because I'm going to Colorado this week. Hopefully I have this out while I'm on the airplane and I get releases by the time I land in Denver, Colorado. We are going out there for Sage and Spirits at Cervantes, so catch me out there. And then we are going to Billy Strings. I don't know if I went all 3 days or 2 days. And then after that, we go to Vail to snowboard, and then we're going back to Cervantes for Dogs in Ohio. So come catch me at those shows if you're listening. I'll be hanging out there. And I'll come back and do real life stuff.
I'll come back and be part of civilization again.
Yeah, I'm learning what this I like society, you know, is like.
Be a contributor.
Yeah, I really miss the mountains, but we're learning how to. We're juggling 3 jobs, you know. Grind, don't stop. Support hustlers.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Take care of yourself, everybody. Make sure you don't eat too many Oreos.
Don't listen to him. Eat as much Oreos as you want. Just viewer discretion advised, because there is some side effects.
And, you know, keep healthy.
Yeah. You can't eat Oreos if you don't have it with milk.
No.
Period.
Or are you single, silver, double stuff?
Actually, I can't say that, because what if they're allergic to milk? I don't know. Fuck it. Just eat Oreos.
I had a roommate. Yeah.
That's it.
Oreos don't have dairy in it, so they can actually eat the Oreos.
All right. We're going to end on that. Eat Oreos.
Peace out. Happy shark. All right, cool.
Dude, I have to take a shit.
What? Why?
Well, what do you mean why? Because, I don't know. I'm human, and that's what happens when you eat food, and it's ready to come out of you.
I'm so glad I got that. I'm putting that